Remember a few years ago how Matt Powell was living at Dinosaur Adventureland with Kent Hovind? It wasn't that long ago, but it also feels like forever. And indeed, those were some peak times. I think that's about when I had discovered AJ. Definitely when I discovered Emma Thorne through AJ, like immediately. Um, it was a wild, wild moment. Well, of course, when the original Dr. Dino slash Kent Hovind official YouTube channel got terminated, so went those videos. But not before people had archived a bunch of them in one way or another, and random people had happened to put them online. One channel that I found by the name of Unto the Lord, with two E's, Unto the O Lord, I should say. Okay, so now it makes more sense. Unto the O Lord instead of unto the Lord. Anyway, has a nice archive of these things, and I recall them being brought up before as a source of older Hovind content and just random stuff. But in this case, I was actually looking specifically for Kent Hovind and Matt Powell, and actually got a video. It's a whacking atheist from September of 2021, so 3.5 years ago now. Almost, almost 4. It's been that long already. But yeah, we're going to watch this. It just hit me that 0645 2017's videos are getting shorter and shorter. He's aiming more for the 30-minute than the 50-minute range. But this one, I jumped ahead randomly just to see if it had anything good. It looks like they just look at whatever in this one. And Hovind says some really garbage stuff. So it's kind of perfectly fitting that this one is what's archived. Let's get right to it, and I'll see what the first commenters have had to say.
I love it. Hey, good evening, folks. Ken Hovind here and the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland, September 21st, 2021. It's going to be Whacking Atheist Tuesday because Matt is here with me, and he's leaving tomorrow. Airplane flies out at 1 o'clock or something, so.
Correct.
So I gave you one of my red shirts, brother.
Yes, sir.
This is official. The atheists, hang on. Double team up. Okay. So we're consider going. So tomorrow
Yeah, you love double teaming people, Hovind.
night we'll get into the Bible study. So we're the folks at Dinosaur Adventureland who believe the Bible's true. God made everything in 6 days. Tonight, I love this clip they made for me. Whacking Atheist. Did I get it? Oh,
yeah. Yep, that's really funny, really amusing, was really cute. And I see that you're obviously still entertained by it because you continue to use it. Of course, that's complete sarcasm. He probably doesn't remember that thing exists.
We're doing it sweetly in Christian love. We're trying to wake you up before you go to hell.
Also, is there ever a point where Matt Powell doesn't have, like, a sunburn? With pasty clear eyes? It's creepy every time you look at him. Looks like he went snowboarding. Also, Hovind said go to hell. You mean DAL?
We're doing it sweetly in Christian love. We're trying to wake you up before you go to hell. We're trying to do. We're the best friends.
Before you go to hell. We're your best friend. No, you're not.
You don't know it yet. Okay. Dinosaurs always lived with man. Evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religious cult in the history of the world. Come visit our Dinosaur Adventureland, 1 mile north of downtown Lenox. Right there's our science center. Has this got that whole? Oh, you seen this?
Oh yeah, this stupid video. He's always so proud of the random crap people make. It's like, oh wow, that's neato burrito, Jimmy. It's like Kent. It's basic video editing. Also, I should say ahead of time that there may or may not be claims on this video because who knows what music license rights are used for the music that's in all this crap. These preachers never care, but us creators sure as hell do. So if you're able to donate via super chats, maybe become a channel member, hit that Patreon if you want to help fund me different ways. Scan the QR code in the corner. Check out the GoFundMe for Seth's move down here. Yeah, lots of ways to help if you can. Let's continue.
Okay, okay. Someone good at pouring concrete. We need somebody to help out front of the church.
Someone good at pouring concrete? What?
Okay. Someone good at pouring concrete. We need
someone good at pouring concrete. Also, I don't think that was a yeah you have. I think that was him nodding along to the music. since as garbage as Matt Powell is as a person, he does at least comprehend music.
Somebody to help out front of the church. Come, I need a wife for Mrs. Turbo, or I mean a Mrs. Turbo for Turbo. You see this one? They're cute and seem harmless, but they are loud, incredibly expensive to keep, and absolutely untrainable. The other's a kangaroo. I don't really know much about kangaroos.
Oh, there we go. Good old misogyny here. Matt Powell doesn't laugh. Matt Powell gets a lashing.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I got 65 states. Visitors, pearly gates. Atheists. I don't believe in atheists. I don't believe it. No atheists. Okay. Okay. Big Bang. Bible Believers Baptist Big Bang Blowout coming up November 24th. Come on down, you atheists. Take you all on sweetly in Christian love. Day before Thanksgiving. Feed you Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm Ken Hovind. I'm a tough guy.
Give you the tours. Put you up for the night. Come on. We really want to help. We're trying to reach you. Honestly, we are. Day before Thanksgiving. It's on Whacking Atheist Wednesday. So come on down. Bring the best evidence you've got for evolution. We say there is none. Zero. Zip. None.
My favorite evidence for evolution, as Rod put it, is that it happens. That was just the best moment.
Depending what you mean by evolution. Variations within the same kind. Well, God said that would happen. That's not evolution. Okay. Present the very best evidence for evolution. Oh, it'll be on November 24th. You can do it by Skype if you want to come in by Skype. That's fine. Take you fishing. 10 lakes for fishing. Actually, 16. I didn't know we had 16 counting the ponds, you know. How do you decide what's a lake and a pond? What's the difference? I don't care.
It doesn't matter, Kent. They're all the same kind of body of water.
Nor do I know. Okay, anyway. So our science center, church building, hopefully done by then, working like mad. Okay, come stay open for Dinosaur Adventure. Help us stay open by joining our 777 Club. If you want to help us donate to CSE, Creation Science.
Matt looks uncomfortable simply by existing. Even in his own videos, he looks like he isn't totally with it.
Science evangelism. So Whacking Atheist Wednesday with Dr. Kent, the Science Champ. What are you going to be? You got to have some kind of science in your name. How do you, Matt?
It may have been I forget when exactly he left, but I feel like it was a slight bit later than September of 2021. Because he says get on a plane like he just has to go somewhere, not that he's leaving for good. Because Ken actually addressed that he was leaving for good, so we'll double check unless somebody out there knows, off the cuff on it.
Some people say like Matt Powell, the science owl, but I just feel like that sounds stupid. So just Matt Powell's fine, I think.
Oh, we got to get something more catchy than that. We'll work on that. Okay. We wear red just to, antagonize them.
Just to, antagonize them like, oh, Hovind just throwing them bombs out there.
Looking high and low for one function cell on those who believe there's no God and they came from a dot of nothing. We're trying to knock some sense into you sweetly in Christian love. Even small children can learn how to do it. There's so many atheists and so little time. We're going to play a clip tonight that Matt put together. All right.
Yeah, let me tell you, I just don't think I got enough access to turkeys to handle this, but we're doing it.
Here, hit play.
Sure. Actually, you got to go back to the beginning. Here,
oh, it is. Oh, okay. 8 seconds.
All right, here we go. All right.
This is.
It's not on that screen.
Matt.
I thought we did here.
Oh, yeah, I see how this works.
Shrinkionate it. According to evolution, stuff gets better automatically.
Powell. This is.
Boy, that was some top quality teamwork there. Another zinger of a joke from Hovind. Never heard that before.
Matt Powell. From his YouTube channel, Matt Powell Official. I don't know why he's got an official on the end of it, but.
Yeah, as if anyone's trying to be Matt Powell. I ask the same question because it's stupid. A lot of the shit people do in their online identities and stuff is really fucking dumb.
There you go. Yes, Matt Powell is a young earth creationist, and he is an unbelievable moron and science-denying half-wit.
Science-denying half-wit. Okay.
He puts all his faith and trust in the Bible. Anyway, Matt, the floor is all yours.
Monkeys who sailed 900 miles across the Atlantic. Intrepid monkeys, according, made an improbable sea voyage from Africa to South America on a raft. Picture it, on a raft 34 million years ago. They're saying that the only way they could have got there is climbing on a little raft.
No, more like a, multi-acreage, easily bundle of all kinds of shit. I forget the technical term, log mat kind of concept.
So, surfing monkeys, surfing dinosaurs. It's perfectly plausible.
All right. So apparently he thinks that Dr. Kent Hovind and I were so scientifically illiterate, but yet he says that it's
You are scientifically illiterate, ass clown.
plausible.
See, we're getting a 2-for-1 deal here at Yamato Adventureland. 2 tens for $5. I got $4. You give me $5 off $10. Hovind.
To believe in surfing dinosaurs and surfing monkeys.
And feathered dinosaurs.
And feathered dinosaurs.
And a dot of nothing.
No, that's beyond debate there, Kent. I mean, all of the stuff is, but dinos, there's a lot of them that had feathers. That is a straight up fact. But you're behind the times. Your successors will acknowledge the feathers, but still say they're not related to birds.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering why he was wearing Hitler's mustache on his forehead.
He's wearing Hitler's mustache on his forehead. I never noticed that. He is, isn't he?
Oh, good. Everyone at DAL is a piece of shit. Excuse me, Kent. I think that qualifies as an ad hominem. It has nothing to do with anything. Because it's true. It is just a pointless jab. Which, I mean, you want to do, but don't get mad when other people do it as well. Fuck boy.
Yeah.
Yep, just called Ken Hovind a fuckboy. Matt Powell's the dom. He's the sub.
Anyway, what else do you say about this guy?
I think the evidence speaks for itself. Anybody watching this knows that what we're saying is true. And we haven't hardly even started. What they are saying is totally make-believe and fiction. And they'll even admit to you, if you ask an atheist, what's the meaning of life? They'll say, well, my meaning of my life's whatever I make up. I just make it up. What they're admitting is that they're making up or make-believing a purpose for life. They don't think there is a purpose, but they've decided to make-believe instead.
Yep.
So
if there's no such thing as right and wrong, what's wrong with me shooting you right now?
when they say there's no such thing as right or wrong, well, is that right?
Yeah, how do you know that?
And of course, the moral arguments and the attempt at being philosophy bros.
You're right about that. They'll say, well, you're wrong, Matt. Well, how could I be wrong if nobody's wrong? If there is no right, if there is no wrong, everything is self-defeating. They say there's no absolutes. I mean, this is just stuff that we've debunked over and over and over again, but they'll just keep believing.
Yeah, when they say there are no absolutes, I say, are you absolutely sure? You guys need help. We're here to whack you sweetly because we love you. We're trying to help you. Okay, let's see.
Beards can really take a hit. University of Utah researchers discovered human beards evolved to absorb punches to the head and jaw.
My beard grow a little more. Research shows that flowing facial hair might have evolved.
And it's always the reduction to absurdity. I mean, this is just basically all of anything Matt Powell's done videos on for the past 5 years now, it seems.
To help fight hungry humans better absorb blows to the head. Fortunately, no humans were slugged in the name of science. So
Why not? Yeah, this isn't science.
Hey, Will, you want to be famous? Come show your beard on screen.
Come on up, Will.
Come on up, Will. Hey, brother Johnny, get up here and show him yours. Who else got a beard? Hey, there we go.
Yeah, come up and show him yours. Show him the beard.
Kevin. So, is it okay if I punch you in the face? It won't hurt. Is that right? Is that what he's saying?
No.
It's not okay. Okay. Let your wife do that. Okay. So that's from getting punched. Okay. Go ahead, brother. And Johnny, show him yours. How long you been growing yours?
about 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay. And is that it wasn't from getting punched though?
Well, maybe.
All right. Thank
About 3 weeks, well, maybe.
you, brother. Okay, Kevin 2.0.
Combined IQ of a goddamn gnat on the screen.
We got two Kevins here. Kevin 1.0 and Kevin 2.0. Go ahead. How long you been growing yours?
At least a couple months.
Couple months?
About a month, maybe.
Was it from being punched? Is that what made it grow, or what happened?
Looking nice.
Could have been. Okay, good. Good to have you, brother. Wow. Okay, let's let these guys go back to their.
Put it to the test. I mean, real life experiment. Iowa. Put it to the test. My beard grow a little more. Did that hurt? No. Got a beard.
I'm going to let this here magic man kill himself for me, and then I'm going to be free of these magic thought crimes, but I got to believe that magic man did it. Otherwise, it doesn't count. So these here thought crimes, once I'm cleared of them, I can be a big piece of shit all I want. And that's fine because I'm forgiven. Yep. That's how you guys sound, Matt.
Because it was a perfect dinosaur skeleton that just had feathers on it. And now we know that there are a host of dinosaurs that were completely feathered, including Velociraptor. I'm sure you've heard of Velociraptor, right? Did you know they were fully plumed? Fully plumed, covered in feathers.
What he does, he speaks so confidently that people believe him. Hitler did the same
He speaks confidently because he's right.
thing.
And there he goes, comparing Aaron Ra to Hitler.
Speak confidently. The people will follow you. Wow. Do you know they found a fully
As if that's not what Hovind does as well.
feathered dinosaur? Sorry, Mr. Nelson, you are insane. Okay? Certifiably insane.
Want to hear about dinosaurs?
Do I ever want to hear about dinosaurs?
Turns out that, so this is a new report from British scientists, and they said that basically the dinosaurs, they also warmed the planet thanks to all the gas that they emitted from eating all the leafy plants. And in all, they emitted a total of 520 million tons per year of global methane, which is, they say, is a level comparable to the total given off today by animals and industrial activity. So they farted their way to extinction.
I think what's important here is actually that this once and for all proves that the Creation Museum in Kentucky is wrong. Because if dinosaurs were actually farting that much, Adam and Eve would not have been that close to them hanging out. So I just want to point that out.
Wait. Ken Ham's Creation Museum in Kentucky is wrong because if dinosaurs farted that much, Adam and Eve wouldn't have been close to them.
It's called a joke, Kent. A joke. You wouldn't understand what a joke is because that was actually funny, and the things you think are jokes aren't funny.
Can you see the logic?
Well, and it's funny because they're like, Christianity is so superstitious. Matt Powell and Dr. Hovind, or they won't ever call him Dr. Hovind. They say Matt Powell and Kent Hovind are superstitious.
Yeah, because he's not a doctor. Get the fuck over it. I'm more of a doctor than Hovind is. By the way, Ambushed Apostate, How to Rule an Asteroid, those comrades, amongst others, saw me in real time get a 6th degree from Abide University. I have a doctor in divinity in generic studies. So not only do I know random shit, I now know holy shit. Think about that. Yep. So now I'm on an even more dominant level against 0645 2017.
Wanna believers. Well, I'm sorry. Anybody who believes that dinosaurs actually,
What kind of random shit is he reacting to? Literally random shit. Not literally, it is figurative random shit. My best guess is since these are all things Matt Powell spent like 3 fucking years rambling on about. Yeah, it's some list that Matt Powell came up with. And yes, Seth, Austin Sims, I can't believe I forgot he was there too. Blame my crappy memory.
farted themselves to death. Yeah, that's pretty superstitious. Saying that the universe popped into existence from nothing.
Well, let's play the rest. It's hilarious.
60 million years ago, last Tuesday, the mighty dinosaurs were wiped out. There were many reasons for this, and here is just one of them.
This is a kid's video.
Number 63.
They're eating beans.
Oh man, this is Dr. Kent Hovind and Matt Powell. These are pastors, professionals, full-grown adults. And this is what they've got going on the stream back 4 years ago.
Dinosaurs did fart themselves into extinction. All their greenhouse gases caused climate change,
Good grief.
which caused an ice age and they all froze to death.
If we evolved from monkeys, why are there still monkeys? Well, because we're not monkeys, we're fish. Now, knowing
Yeah, this is a TED Talk, which is intended to make you think about things in sort of a external view, a sort of abstract yet still practical thinking exercise. I've seen a few of these, and I'm actually a bit of a fan of them when it's understood and as sort of an introduction to an alternate way to think about a subject, especially as you're actually learning something of value. Then you get into the real nitty-gritty and facts of the matter rather than an abstract way of looking at it.
you're a fish and not a monkey is actually really important to understanding where we came from.
Very important.
Many of us were taught evolution wrong. You and I are fish. One fish lineage came onto land and gave rise to, among other things, the mammals and reptiles. Perhaps it's better still to think of us as a little fish out of water.
Let's talk about the universe, shall we?
Anything to say?
Think of yourself as a little fish out of water.
In a sense, we are, even though fish has no taxonomic definition. It'd all be chordates of varying types. Still, in a sense, we are still those fish swimming around.
How many of you have never thought about yourself as a fish out of water? That thought never occurred to you. Most of it
occurred to me.
The guy said there's still monkeys around because we didn't evolve from monkeys. So why are there still fish around?
Why are there still fish around? Back to the same question.
I was thinking the same thing.
Not how evolution works.
There's something kind of fishy about that whole theory. Okay, let's watch this lady. This will blow your mind.
The universe, as we know it, was created by what is known as the Big Bang, or so we believe. The Big Bang is the belief that the universe essentially came from nothing. And that's hard to understand because how could something so enormous and, significant and just magical come from nothing? As I said, it was once believed that our entire universe, not just Earth, not just our solar system, not just our galaxy, everything, our entire universe was once this big.
Lady, I will give you $1,000 if you can squeeze this rock, just this one, into a dot that big.
The chances of just a mega bang or explosion creating, what's essential for life, living creatures is just slim to none for me. It seems unbelievable if that.
It does
That's
seem
because
unbelievable, doesn't
that's
it?
because it's not believable because it's not true. Truth is things we can demonstrate, what the facts are. And if we could demonstrate that out of nothing everything was produced, then it would be believable.
And that's not what's said, so your request to demonstrate such is moot. And trust me, we're getting to the good stuff. There's a reason I'm watching this.
Believable. The reason she says, well, it sounds so unbelievable. Yeah, that's because it is unbelievable.
It can't be
What if
true.
I said a giant boulder just popped into existence in the middle of this room? Nobody would believe that. But yet people think that the entire universe popped into existence uncaused. I don't even know what to say because
it blows my mind, brother. The problem is they believe it, which is fine. Okay, you can believe whatever you want, but they want us to pay to have that taught to the kids in school. Now that's not fine, right?
And they're pressing hard to get people like us censored from the internet right now.
Yeah.
They're doing everything they can to shut us down and to get us to be quiet. But here's the thing, even if they got
Not really.
us to get off the internet, we would just find some other platform. We would start our own website.
If they were to kick us off the internet, we would start our own website. Wow. Don't think that works how you think it works, Matt. Sorry, I just hit the headset, so I'm sure I made some noise. Yeah, I don't think that works the way you think it does, Matt. Real genius at work.
They will never shut us down, even if we have to go door to door preaching the gospel of Christ.
Well, Jesus.
And I'll tell you to get the fuck off my lawn.
We're still going to do it.
Jesus, his disciples, they didn't
Actually, fuck, I just call the cops.
have the internet.
And it's amazing because they talked about Christ and the disciples. The Pharisees said, these are the men which have turned the world upside down. 12 guys. So I believe that if there are enough people that will just take God's word seriously and go door to door with the gospel of Christ and knock on people's door and ask them if they're sure that they're going to heaven, I believe that that is what's going to turn this world upside down.
I've done that a million times. Well, it didn't count a lot.
Amen.
It is proven that the universe was much smaller. It is theorized that it was actually the size of a grain of sand at one point. Grain of sand. But that small grain of sand...
I mean, we're talking infinitely small insofar as the Planck distance is. Planck space. Yeah. Sorry, yawn hitting. On through process of expansion. That's how Big Bang cosmology works.
Once our universe had to have enough energy to set off that moment of creation.
So the grain of sand contained all the matter and all the energy. What is the total heat of all the stars that have ever put off throughout history? That was a hot dot.
Well, let's talk about her logic for a second. She said it must have had a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Well, who would say that? What if I said nothing caused something over here to explode? Because remember, according to them, there's no God.
It's not what's being said. And as far as having energy, I mean, this is a random YouTuber who clearly isn't the most well versed on the exact details, which is fine. But of course, this is the stuff you guys go after, because to you, all YouTubers are created equal. They're all scum, even though you guys are YouTubers, or at least one of you still is and one of you was. But the amount of energy in... Sorry, the yawns are coming heavy. In the primordial universe would have been however one would measure the sum energy of the universe in and of itself, and some potential for work to be done. So, yeah.
What if I said nothing caused an explosion? People would say that's crazy. The first thing people ask is, what caused the explosion of whatever, 9/11? You know, they'll ask, let's do an investigation. Who caused it? Well, if you think there's no God, that means, and then the Big Bang happened, that means that nothing had to cause nothing, no time, no space, no matter, to explode. So,
you know, what's even sadder than all of this is they don't even know they're stupid. They don't even know. They really think they're smart. And they might be in some other area, right?
As opposed to you being smart in no areas whatsoever, except how to run the Christian grift.
Okay, lady, keep talking. We're loving this.
Yeah, good times.
Did the universe need a creator? Not according to the physicist and mathematician.
Not according to any aspect of reality whatsoever, because that's not how reality works.
Stephen Hawking, who argues that God wasn't necessary for the creation of the world. Professor Hawking claims that the Big Bang theory of creation can now be explained by science alone, without the need to consider some form of divine intervention.
Because there are laws, such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing.
Stephen, laws have a lawgiver. Who gave...
No, laws in physics are descriptive, not prescriptive.
The law of gravity? Who gave the laws of inertia, centrifugal force? There are thousands of laws of physics in the universe. Where'd the laws come from? He knows now.
Yeah.
Well, sadly, I mean, he wishes he could take it all back.
Yeah.
See, not only did he deceive himself, he deceived many other people. James 3:1 says, "Be not many masters, knowing we shall receive the greater condemnation." Be careful what you teach, because if you influence somebody else to turn away from God, not only are you going to be in trouble when you stand before God, he's going to call up all the other folks that are going to be witness against you and say, well, he taught me this. Yeah, be careful about being a teacher. That'll be in tomorrow night's Bible study. Any more here?
And the contradiction of what he said also was, he said, because there is gravity, the universe will create itself from nothing. Wait a minute. How could nothing exist while gravity exists? Gravity is something.
Where did gravity...
The implication is that without an intent behind things, the universe, via the properties that reality has, will effectively self-assemble into what we have. It is an inevitability in all principle with the foundational properties of the universe.
exists.
Well, that's just his claim. So he says because gravity exists, nothing will create everything. Well, that's an oxymoron because you can't have gravity and nothing at the same time. It just doesn't make sense.
Poor guy.
Gravity is generated by something.
Yes, Kent Hovind saying poor guy about Hawking. Pathetic.
By something, right?
And exactly where is gravity? You know, what's a jar of gravity weigh? What exactly is gravity? I mean, to say it's the attraction of masses. Well, wait a minute. What masses? There was nothing.
There was nothing.
Yeah. I'm convinced there've got to be some demons someplace laughing. They're having parties saying, I bet I can get people to believe they came from nothing. No, you can't. Yeah, I can.
And people always say that it's crazy to believe in the devil. You mean to tell me that you really believe in the devil, Matt?
Yeah, it's one thing to have imaginary friends. It's another to have imaginary enemies.
Well, here's the thing. Just the fact that people believe evolution proves that the devil deceives.
Yeah. He's a deceiver.
The fact that they could believe something that ridiculous proves...
The fact that y'all can love a god that's pure evil proves that it's just a cult.
That the devil exists and that he tricks people.
They got to be having competition. Who can make people believe the dumbest thing? One of them said, I think I can make people believe dinosaurs turned into chickens. No way. They'll never believe that. Oh, yeah, watch this. I've got to have competition somewhere. All right, go ahead, lady. All right. Stephen.
The universe could essentially be nothingness, which was unstable, and created a soap bubble.
Wait.
Yeah, how could nothing be unstable?
Nothing was unstable and made a soap bubble.
Fabric of reality in and of itself, which, again, depends on how you define nothing. But as in no matter exists because the baryonic fields have not been generated to create matter, to give mass to a point in space-time. See, this stuff is really above y'all's heads, but I'll continue. The intrinsic instabilities would inevitably create a universe in much the same way as soap bubble forms. In, of visualizing inside your head kind of way. Not in a literal sense, since again, one must specify what is and isn't literal with you imbeciles.
Whoa, we all came from a soap bubble. Wait. Here. Hold that for 1 minute.
Yes, sir. All right.
Okay, now listen carefully. You evolutionists and atheists, we're trying to help, okay? Knock it off. Wake up. You're stupid, okay? Wake up. Okay.
Hard to argue against the possibility that all of us are not just the creation of some kid in
such a nice person.
a parent's basement.
So all of us are a creation of a kid in a parent's basement.
That's a really smart kid.
These people, hey, listen, I don't want to scare anybody. Listen now, I don't want you to be scared, but these people drive cars and they're loose.
Yeah.
Programming
I don't mean to scare my audience, but Kent Hovind is a free man.
up a world for their own entertainment. And then every time something weird happens in the world, some disruptive leader takes charge. And I wonder if that programmer just got bored.
So the kid in the basement.
Well, it's funny because they think that it's crazy that we believe in intelligent design, Doc. They're like, intelligent design is in and of itself stupid. This is what Bill Nye said. Wait, that is intelligent design that a fourth grader designed us. That's really silly. We believe that the Lord God created us, not some fourth grader in a parent's basement.
And he's getting bored. He's getting bored of the experiment.
And yeah, what you believe is irrelevant to reality. So the thought experiment still holds.
Now he might pull the plug, so we're all going to die. You know what? Even worse, these people not only drive cars and are loose, they vote.
Yeah, that's true.
So wouldn't that mean that
And
they
had to
have- so a fourth grader has the ability to program DNA? That's pretty.
Right. He's assuming fourth graders have the ability to program. He's assuming that fourth graders are geniuses. And, there are some pretty smart kids out there.
Yeah.
But to create your own world like that, you'd have to be pretty intelligent. That's intelligent design, okay? And it wasn't a fourth grader. It was the Lord Jesus Christ from everlasting.
See, they don't.
Yeah, at a negative 2,000 or negative 4,000 years old or however fucking old. It doesn't fucking matter. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I was the Lord Jesus Christ. That weird ass way of talking. The constant reminding oneself, the mantras, always with the mantras.
Want to submit to him. They would submit to the fourth grader if they could find him. Oh, Massa, don't beat me, Massa. Please don't unplug me.
There's why I did this. There's why I did the whole goddamn stream, is just for that moment. Let's go back and be reminded of how Kent portrayed this entire thing.
Don't want to submit to him. They would submit to the fourth grader if they could find him. Oh, Massa, don't beat me, Massa. Please don't unplug me. Yeah. They won't submit to God.
But, you know, Kent Hovind isn't a racist. Not a racist at all. Nope. Not one bit. I mean, that's what everyone tells me. All these people so mad I talk about Kenty Winty. He's not a racist at all.
Don't beat me, Massa. Please don't unplug me.
Yep, exactly the kind of joke a non-racist would make. In this kind of setting. Tell me again how wrong I am? Let's continue.
They won't submit to God. I don't know. Go ahead.
Stir the pot. So they throw somebody in there just to for their own entertainment.
All right, so I know this is a little philosophical, but if we were programmed and if we were just a bunch of computers, there would be no such thing as free will. But who here, if you believe in free will, please freely raise your hand. Okay, free will exists, right? You had to make the choice to raise your hand. If you were just a computer program, you know, you would go one way or the other. We're not in a simulation. You know, this is, you know, we're not Calvinists here. We don't believe, you know, God said, choose you this day whom you will serve. He didn't say, oh, I chose for you. He said, choose.
Yeah.
What's a free will offering all
Nobody
about?
has to serve God. Nobody has to believe in him.
Yeah.
Should I raise my left hand or my right hand?
That doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Here we go.
There are lots of different religions, and they can't all be right. And the Christian one in which I was brought up was clearly only one of many. But that didn't finally make me into an atheist. What finally made me into an atheist was the realization that there was no scientific reason to believe in any sort of supernatural creator.
There's no scientific reason to believe in a creator. Let me ask you a question. Is there a scientific reason to believe this pen had a designer, even though I have no idea who it was or where? Would it be logical and scientific to believe this is designed, or is it logical and scientific to believe nobody designed it because I can't see them? Logical and rational.
Once again, Kent, we know artificial objects like a pen, like a watch, like an arrowhead, are created objects. You, however, want to extend the idea to things that are not known to be created objects, that are otherwise natural, because that's how we distinguish created objects from what is not created, is the concept of something being natural or not. Or it could be seen the other way around. Either way. The point I'm getting at is, in your worldview, you're trying to make everything artificial, which destroys your ability to appeal to nature in any way, shape, or form. That's a serious problem for you.
They don't get it, brother.
Yeah.
Bro, I've had 253 debates with these guys. What am I doing wrong? They're not seeing it.
Well, you're doing everything right because of the amount of the countless amount of people that are getting saved right now. Even just watching this right now, I believe there are atheists who are shaking in their shoes. And you know what? If you're
oh yeah, really shaking in my shoes. That's why I'm leaning back, munching on pretzels. Did a little turkey hunting earlier, and now just chilling, watching this. Yep, shaking in my boots, just like you were crapping yourself earlier, because Mr. Hovind was mad that you were going away for a while.
listening to this and you're an atheist, I want you to know we care for you. That's why we take.
No, you don't. You guys fucking suck. Oh, deranged ass Hovind face. Capture that real quick. That's gonna be the thumbnail. I'm just gonna zoom in on those two.
Time to
Why
do
we
this.
do this?
You say we do it for money. Actually, no. The money goes to the people like Bill Nye.
They're entertainers. They're communicators. You guys do it to line your own pockets purely.
Richard Dawkins, people on these big name programs, they're like, oh, you're in it for the fame. Yeah, we could be famous by teaching what they teach, but instead we're hated of all men pretty much. You Google any of our names, it's not good.
Stop being pieces of shit, and maybe people will talk good about you.
I'll just put it that way. And yeah, but interestingly enough, not Darwin, Richard Dawkins here said that the reason that he became an atheist was because of Darwinian evolution in this clip. So when Christians are like, evolution has nothing to do with atheism. Sorry, the world's leading atheist became an atheist because of Darwinian evolution. And I want to just say to all these Christian apologists that are out there, while some of them may have some talent, they need to get on board with the creation science movement.
Absolutely. This is the key battle.
This is the key battle right here.
This is the key battle.
Battle is raging here, and you're marching very proudly with your gun 40 miles away. Look at me, how brave I am.
Oh yes, with the actual literal war analogies, because this is totally the same as actual fucking combat.
Battle's not there, guys. This is it.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah, there's just so many theistic evolutionists that are out there that just need to understand. They have to defend. If you're a theistic evolutionist, you have to defend surfing animals, surfing monkeys, like we heard about earlier.
Yeah.
You have to defend dinosaurs passing gas and becoming extinct that way. Don't compromise, because when you compromise, you have to stoop to a level of stupidity, unbelievable stupidity. Even children laugh. Everybody in this room laughed because at these clips. And you know what? The Bible even says that the Lord.
Yep, and everyone in my chat laughs at y'all's idiocy day in, day out when I cover it, because you provided me with literal years of content. So thanks, ass clowns. Because I'll go through your back catalog eventually, Matt. Trust me.
Will laugh at their calamity. These people that are willfully ignorant. And I don't want people to be like that. I want people to be saved. And so that's why we do this.
That's why.
I didn't mean to ramble on. But
no problem. Okay, go ahead. Here we go. Come on, Richard. Tell us all about it.
Of Darwinian evolution.
Today, the Sunday Assembly, or as it's better known, the Atheist Church, is
Urgent reminder from Ned Flanders, Hidely Ho, neighborino, that Matt Powell has an inflatable banana he calls Dr. Peel in his backyard. That is a fact. You can't prove me wrong. Or I should say, you can't prove Ned Flanders wrong either. This is Ned Flanders, the happiest guy in Springfield.
launching 35 new services in cities across the world. There's one.
Wait a minute. The Atheist Church is launching 35.
Oh, Seth, I finally finished those couple. I'm on to the turkeys that Jess left me. Don't much like the flavor, but the effect's pretty good.
New services across the world. The Atheist Church.
You know, some turkey is just different from others.
Now, why are they copying and using our word church, music service, singing, pulpit, stage, pews? Watch this.
In New Zealand, Hungary, France, the UK, and 16 here in the US. So I'm here at the one in Strongsville, Ohio, just outside Cleveland, and we're going to see what it's all about.
Nature's way of receiving you. Nature's way of retrieving you.
I think you guys can't comprehend the concept of parody.
What's he saying?
Nature's way of receiving you when
Atheist,
you die, apparently.
Atheist songs? Yeah.
Conceiving you. Oh,
okay. On
Conceived
guitars
of
that
nature.
made themselves from nothing?
Hey, my guitars did create themselves from nothing. Where? Oh, they're on the bed. Forgot my Strat and my Ibanez like to kind of just hang out. They would hang with the telly, but I actually have a case for the telly.
Well, it's funny because they say, in this church service specifically, they say, well, one of the things we don't believe in is magic, like all the Christians do.
You know, we're talking about singing and stuff. If you haven't seen it, you seriously need to check out, well, all the speakers from the Ark Encounter event last week, but especially Mandisa's video, which I am basically 100% certain that the video feed actually present is what our friend at Ambushed Apostate took. because the actual feed that Chris Mallard had going, the camera was overheating. We were losing video at points, and that was one of the points. Audio's good though. But yeah, you should definitely watch Mandisa's section because she sings. I didn't even know, effectively atheistic gospel music was a thing, although it wouldn't surprise me at all. But I just felt the music styling was so entwined with the theology that, one wouldn't feel comfortable abstracting it. But there we go. Probably partly because Mandisa can fucking sing. I quite enjoyed it. So there's another example of us turning things around and reclaiming things for secular. Matt there. There's my other thumbnail. For secular usage.
But you think the
ripping the religious aspects apart.
World came from nothing? That's magic. Like I said, if something popped into existence from nothing, uncaused, that's magic. Okay, they're the ones who believe in magic. It's the fallacy of false equivalence that they spew their own problems onto us.
Now, why do they use the chromatic scale of music? Why not just start plucking on the strings? Maybe it'll make some music.
Oh, so it'll sound like most of the banjo shit you like.
For you guys.
Well, no, and, honestly, there's a reasonable chance you'll eventually pluck on random stuff and come up with something that sounds kind of nice. Because what's inevitably going to happen is you're going to figure out the patterns just by nature, and it's going to evolve into something with some kind of consistency. Just due to you stumbling across a pattern, and that pattern sticking.
Worship team here is horrible.
An extremely subconscious thing.
Like this.
Worshipping who?
These guys are terrible. Just listen to these guys.
Oh, fuck you, Matt. Fuck you. God, anytime I need a reminder of why I do these videos and why, as crass as I am, it's like, oh yeah, because it's these fucking idiots.
I'm not trying to throw ad hominems. I'm just stating the obvious. Like, you're going to get together.
No, we know that's not an ad hominem. That's just an outright insult. A shitty one. Let's see you make some goddamn music, Matt. And I mean something that's actually good.
Atheist church service,
For why?
For what? And you got two guys on guitars that can't even, whatever.
Well, it's okay. Okay. All right, ready?
Nature's way of telling you something's wrong.
See, my suspicions were correct. I was very certain of my suspicions that it was ambushed apostate footage because, one, he was filming, and two, no one else was filming from those angles. And three, I literally watched him film it. I was going to try to get more, but I was already so cooked.
What's your background? Were you raised in a religious family? Did you go to church?
Recently, I've just been debaptized, so I have the actual certificate to show that I've been
They have a debaptism service. You got to hold them under the water and then pull them up real fast. A debaptism.
Right.
And we reversed your rituals, and now we're going to laugh about it. All right, we'll just try harder to piss you fuckers off. Shouldn't be that hard. I'm sure Satanic Temple's done plenty to make these guys cry.
Didn't hold him down long enough. A debaptism service. Okay, here we go.
How'd you get debaptized? Dry you excessively.
Pump him up. Psych him up.
The central idea we need to spread is that we have only one life, which means that life has to be lived to the fullest. There is no second chance, no opportunity to have a do-over. There is no afterlife in which wrongs are righted and cosmic justice meted out to the evildoers.
What did he say there?
He said that we need to look for justice for the evildoers.
What's evil? I asked one the other day. Is it evil?
I don't know. You two are evil. And here he goes with script section number 397.
For the lion to kill the baby zebra and drag it home for supper for the baby lion.
Oh, so now it's a zebra. Again, Kent, that's circle of life. It's just how things are.
The baby zebra doesn't like it. I would be willing to bet. I bet mama zebra doesn't like it. I bet baby lion thinks it's not evil, and baby zebra probably thinks it is evil. Where is the standard for right and wrong? What exactly is
up your ass and to the left? What the fuck? We've explained this.
Evil.
And of course, you know, they think there is no purpose. So they're getting together to talk about, they've made it their purpose to tell everybody that there is no purpose.
That's right.
Sounds like you guys. You've made it your point to tell everybody that your actual life is pointless. Good job.
Right? So they get together to have some little coffee clatch and, you know, I guess reflect on no God and the universe, you know, creating
did they
itself.
pray together? Let's watch.
Once in a while,
It moves on to up the same video that Matt Powell's done like 5 times.
get people that really, that claim.
And see, that's the thing. You notice this entire thing is just a compilation of clips that Matt Powell likes to make, you know, ridiculous responses to again and again.
They don't believe in evolution. And my response
So this is really more of a Matt Powell video than it is a Hovind one.
generally is, so why not?
Why not?
Really?
Because
Why
it's
not?
stupid.
Your world just becomes fantastically complicated. When
What?
Rogue Rainbow with "up your ass and to the left" is a new insult I'll be adding to my vocabulary. Excellent. And Laura believes they are currently inebriated. Party's getting started, yeah.
Okay, what part of believing that you came from an ape makes your world less complicated, okay?
Don't need some magic sky daddy. Also, the awesomeness of being related to every other bit of life out there at some point. That's fucking awesome.
From nothing. My world's very simple. There's a God. I'm going to answer to him one day. He wrote the rules, and I try to follow them. And simple. Isn't driving on the highway, if you follow the rules, much easier? Stay on your side of the road. What if nobody followed the driving rules? It'd be pretty bad, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know about this guy, brother. I don't know any hope for him.
I don't know how he's one of the leading world science communicators. I just don't understand.
Jameson doesn't have to be good. It just has to be effective. Oh, man.
They're
not even
desperate.
a scientist.
They're desperate. Okay, let's let him talk.
you don't believe in evolution, I mean, here are these ancient dinosaur bones or fossils.
Oh, I'm glad he mentioned that. The first thing he says, it's complicated when you don't
Oh, I'm glad he mentions that, Powell.
believe in evolution. See these
Imagine like a spring. Glad he mentioned that, Powell, Matt Powell.
dinosaur bones, fossils? Well, you know what we find in pretty much all of them? Carbon-14, in some cases, blood cells that are still active, hemoglobin in the blood. Who here thinks that dinosaur blood could last for 50 plus million years, 65 plus million years? No one. Because it's not scientific, because it's not true. So since you mentioned dinosaur bones, Mr. Lai, great. Dinosaur bones actually prove creation.
Right. They prove there was a flood.
And it has to be written in Korean. Korean script, Hanja. But this is where things get fun. You're going to have to use Japanese phonetics and grammar. That's actually something I kind of like, is transposing scripts to other languages. Like, that's what I did as a kid. I actually would write down stuff in Cyrillic, but it would be the English rather than the Russian, Ukrainian, what have you, because obviously I didn't know that stuff. But I had a translation for the phonetics and would convert things over, and it looked cool because, you know, this was right after the Soviet Union broke up, so Russia was okay again, I guess. Yeah.
See, animals die today by the millions, and none of them fossilize. They get dragged around by the buzzards or the ants, and to find fully.
You know, someone tried to ask them that one day, and Hovind did not understand the concept of a goblin in the mind. So maybe next time, maybe if enough people ask him.
Articulated dinosaur skeleton. All the bones are still connected. Millions of them. Animals found in the ground. Petrified clams.
Mandatory rumor spreading time. Matt Powell has the banana TJ Kirk used in his Banana Gate video. It's in his backyard, and he calls it Dr. Peel.
In the closed position. Huh. I bet it got buried quickly. Is that logical? How many of these do we have?
I think he knows he's partly full of it, and part of him, he thinks he's totally serious, and the part he knows he's full of is lies to make the other part justified. So, like, he simultaneously knows but doesn't know that he's full of it. It's weird.
A couple hundred, maybe 1,000.
At least hundreds.
Yeah, at least hundreds. Petrified clams in the closed position. Bill, the Bible says there was a flood. If the world
Petrified Hovind in the stupid position.
was covered in water,
God, Matt Powell looks like he's thinking back to his family right before the extremist behind him pulls the trigger.
the tide could become.
I should have yelled at them more, and I should have let Mr. Hovind do what he wanted to with me that Friday night, and every Friday night following that, where I did let him do it. Powell is evacuating his bowel.
Harmonic because there's no interruptions. On a liquid-covered planet like Noah's flood was, the tide has no interruptions, and so instead of going up and down 5 feet because it bangs into stuff like continents, now it can go up and down 200 feet. Harmonic tide on the Earth. Google it. So if the water's coming up 200 feet in 6 hours, 12 and a half minutes.
Here we go. Owens on to his tidal pumping. Yeah.
That's the time between tidal change. The water's going to be rushing in at the same latitude, at the speed your Earth is turning at your latitude. Here in Lenox, Alabama, 31 degrees above the equator, we're turning 886 miles an hour. If the water's going sideways at 886 miles an hour, it's going to make a layer of mud 50 feet thick in 10 seconds.
Show your math. Do your work. Yeah, do the math, show the work, Kent.
And bury the clams. Closed. And when they wake up dead, they can't even open. It's common sense.
When they wake up dead, they can't even open. Let me tell you, Ken, a lot of times I wake up dead and I most certainly can't even.
To believe there was a flood when you see dinosaur bones or fossils, they had to be buried quickly. By the millions, they died. Poof.
And in your debate with Maddie from Science Side Up, she said, well, Dr. Hovind, these closed clams, that's what a mudslide would do, Doc. Well, isn't that what we'd expect in a flood? A mudslide caused them to be closed. Yeah, I wonder what caused that mudslide.
I think the vein in Tennessee, if I recall, Johnny, is it 10 miles long of petrified clams? I mean, it's.
I think it's longer than that. I think it's just the Tennessee Valley for sure.
Oh, yeah, more than 10 miles. That was some mudslide.
Yeah.
Almost like maybe a flood. See, the Bible says they are willingly ignorant. In the Hebrew, that means dumb on purpose. They're willingly ignorant of the creation.
And Hovind is willingly ignorant of a 15 degree per hour drift. Thanks, Bob.
And the flood and the coming judgment of God. Okay, let's let Bill talk here.
Here is radioactivity. Here are distant stars that are just like our star, but that are at a different point in their life cycle.
Watch my video 7. Okay, yes. First of all, you can't measure the distance to a star. Most of it, beyond a certain distance.
Yeah, you can. This has been explained to you. Shut the fuck up about parallax.
They're guessing wildly, okay? But I cover all that. But even if they are that far away, 17 times in the Bible it says God stretched out the heavens. Well, if he said it 17 times, I think he wants us to understand that he stretched out the heavens. If he made the earth first, like the Bible says, and then made the stars and stretched them out, duh, they could be trillions of light years away and be only 2 seconds old. Think about it. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I would just refer to your debate with Hugh Ross, where you really delivered a knockout punch to the old Earth creation movement by making that point and several other points in that debate.
Video on 7 on Starlight. Go ahead.
The idea of deep time, of this billions of years, explains so much of.
There's lots of reasons why you can't have the deep time. Video number 1, the age.
And there's a million more reasons that are actually valid why you can't have your young Earth.
Age of the Earth.
I can Hovind too. I can out Hovind the Hovind. I learned from the best. AJ, who I heard was taught by the legendary Iron Ra. Iron Ra himself learned it from the real Hovind. So we've got multiple stages of progress in proving the Hovind. To the point where the Hovind, and suddenly I've slipped into this Audrey Hepburn-esque accent. Except it's my own stupid accent mixed in. Anyway. To where now, those mimicking the Hovind, mocking the Hovind, are better than the actual Hovind. And yes, suddenly I'm Bane. I just slide in and out of accents. That's weird.
If I told you this pen was 84,000 years old, I think you could very quickly prove that's wrong. It has plastics in it which weren't invented until after World War II. Oh, one fact destroyed my theory. Has to be after World War II. Just that one. There's all kinds of ways to prove it's not 84,000 years old. And there's all kinds of scientific ways to show the Earth cannot be billions of years old. It is spinning. Build the Earth.
Yep. Kent loves inverse square law, except when it comes to starlight.
Is turning around.
Even just from cosmology.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Pluto's warm on the inside. If I had a hot cup of coffee in here, nobody would say it's 10 million years. It's 4.5 billion years old.
Or even a week old. It's still
Saturn's
hot. It's still
rings
hot after a week.
dispersing.
Come
I
on.
mean, there are so many reasons why we absolutely know, beyond any shadow of doubt, that the universe is young and was created recently.
See, time is their genie, their god that can do anything.
But if they have more time, time causes things to deteriorate. So they say, give me more time and evolution will happen.
Ah, yes, Matt Powell's cries to entropy. You can't have the time. Same shit, different day. And just earlier. Can't get over that. A prime example of Hovind being racist as fuck.
Give them more time, things deteriorate worse.
Yep.
So evolution can't work with time or without time. It just doesn't work at
Doesn't
all.
work at all, yeah.
The world around us. If you try to ignore that, your worldview just becomes crazy. It's just untenable, self-inconsistent.
Why are people so upset about Christianity in general?
Oh boy, Onision. Yep. There's a bastion of intelligence to interact with.
Like, specifically atheists. Why do atheists attack Christianity over all the other religions, like Wiccanism and...
Wiccanism. Not here to talk shit about Onision. Other people have done far better than that. The locale I chose was Kent Hovind. It could have been Christian, but I had to go after the Hovind. Anyway. I don't get too many opportunities to say this, and we all know the answer. It's going to depend on where you are, what those speaking out against religion are speaking out against. You're going to find a lot of people speaking about Islam and, to a greater extent, Hinduism in India. In Iraq, it would be Islam. In, Ireland proper, it'd be people speaking out against the Catholic Church. And then shit going really downhill really fast. Let's not get started on that. Bit of a sensitive subject, but the United States, with it being the most predominant thing that's truly affecting lives, being the religious extremism we have in evangelic America, that's what's going to be spoken against.
Buddhism. Why do we care so much about Christianity? It's because Christianity is forced upon us.
Oh, right. I should have known Onision was actually going to get to that because I knew the perspective of the video, but somehow forgot mid-thing. Oh, well, at least I brought it up because it needed to be brought up. I don't know. I felt it was right at the time.
Well, what is forced? Evolution. It's forced in schools.
Yeah. Take a look at the
Christianity
textbook.
is outlawed. In fact, evolution's the only theory protected by law itself.
Yeah. Forced on the kids to learn millions of years, and dinosaurs had feathers. And
But this guy, Onision is his name. He's got millions of YouTube subscribers, and he's put out videos against creationists like us. And
what's his name? I never heard of him.
Onision.
Onision. I'll debate you anytime. 855 Big Dot.
He just says that to anybody. You could say any name and he'd say it. Kent Hovind versus Onision. Oh shit. That would be something else.
I know, extension 3. Anytime. Bring it up.
He won't do it. But what I find interesting is...
feathered evolutionist.
Yeah.
Chicken.
What I find interesting is he says it's forced upon us. The point of Christianity is to believe. Believe on the Lord.
No, it is forced by the nature of it being a predominant element in the culture. it is considered the default, unless there's reason to think otherwise. That's a bit of a problem. The entire calendar is built around particular holidays that are key elements of Christianity. Creates some problems.
Jesus Christ, and thou shalt be saved. That means you make a choice.
Are the traffic laws forced upon us? And that's probably good, right? It'd be chaos if there weren't any. I don't get it, brother. Okay, go ahead.
That's why Christianity is focused on so much, is because it's forced upon us. This doesn't mean that all Christians force the religion on others, but a lot of bad apples do. And I think people who do force their views on others, like go out of their way to tell people that they're wrong, that they are wrong.
Wait, hold it.
He told that. He said, okay, he says, anybody who goes out of their way to tell somebody that they're wrong, they're wrong. Okay, you're telling me that I'm wrong for telling you that you're wrong. So you're defeating yourself by saying that I'm wrong because you're saying,
Well,
self-defeating argument.
If they were standing
Well, I'll fucking say you're wrong. Also, shut up, Pastor Meister, you ancient piece of crap.
on train tracks, we'd have to force them out of the way.
And really, that is what we're trying to do.
Hell, if it even was Meister and not some other clown, they all sound the same to me. For a second, he sounded older than he did later.
In Christian love is say, hey, look, watch out for the train behind you. That train is called Satan, evolution, hell, fire, damnation. And we want you to be able to have a redemption through the Savior. That's what this is about, is Jesus Christ and the love of God, which leadeth sinners to repent.
What was the point of that story that boat-shaped building was built for, that we were dealing with last week? The whole genocide and incest extravaganza that is Genesis in general, but especially the Noah's Ark story. Yep.
Right.
46% of Americans believe in the creationist view. God created humans in the present form at one time in the last 10,000 years. Does that just shock you that so many people still think that?
Yes, it does.
Shock you?
It doesn't shock me, but it's pretty troubling.
How about the recent push to implement intelligent design in school curriculums?
It's very
Dangerous.
bad. It's very dangerous.
You don't mess with the truth. You just don't mess with.
Well, do we know the truth?
Well, we certainly know that the universe was created a long time ago.
You certainly know that. Yeah, you know that.
They do not know that.
And we know we came from a dot of nothing. We know all that.
Well, yeah, somebody actually pointed out, he said created. We know the universe was created a long time ago, but it didn't have a creator, but it was created. Okay.
I'll debate both of them anytime. Bring it on, guys.
Intelligent design is...
I'm Ken Hovind, and I'll debate everybody unless it's a group of atheists and other people protesting the Ark encounter, in which case I'm going to chicken out.
The saying goes, dumb.
Intelligent design is dumb. I think that's think about what you're saying. Was this intelligently designed?
Are the books he writes intelligent design?
Are the books he writes
Ken Hovind, I'm going to make the same argument 3 times.
Intelligently designed? Now, there's an example where probably no, I would say.
Barely.
Okay.
I don't know how this ended up in there.
And back to more farting dinosaurs. I don't know how this ended up in there. Come on, Matt.
But this is for kids, supposedly.
Oh, y'all seem pretty amused at it. Look at the grin on Hovind's face.
I want people to know what the truth is. I'm sick of people being lied to.
Because he sees everything as black and white. There's absolutely no shades of grey.
This is.
Okay, you might want to pause there. That's interesting. He says he sees everything as black and white. There's no shades of gray. That's how scientific law works. That's how the laws of physics operate. Is black.
No, sir, this is a Wendy's.
and white. Something's either true or false. And when people like R.N. Ra get up and they're preaching their gospel of atheism to the world, you know, kids are attracted to that because kids actually want somebody to stand up for something. Whenever I talk to people,
So that means y'all don't stand for anything. I thought your boy Donnie was standing for truth.
that say that they got saved listening to myself or to Dr. Hovind out of atheism or out of some false religion, I always ask them, what video did it for you? And the very first thing that they say is a video where we were boldly speaking the facts. That's what people need. Kids need standards today. People need the facts laid out and things told how it is. You know, when people say Jesus didn't exist, 97% of scholars believe Jesus existed. So when you say the Lord Jesus Christ,
and 52.4% of people know, you just pulled that statistic right out of your ass. And by that, I mean 100%.
Didn't exist, you're going against mainstream scholarship.
And against the testimony of millions of Christians.
Appeal to authority in a Christian's testimony doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
Who would say, what do you mean? I know him. He changed me. He makes change.
Oh, did he help after you had your accident last week? You pooped your pants? Hovind pooped his pants.
Changes in people that people can't make in themselves. He radically changes lives.
Well, in my debate with the raging atheist, I said, what's holding you back from believing on the Lord Jesus Christ? And he said, well, the problem is I just don't understand how a Jewish man could die and then be resurrected from the dead. But here's the thing. He believes that every living life form resurrected itself from non-existence, non-living material. He believes in a greater resurrection. All atheists are forced to believe in a resurrection.
And all atheists have greater faith, much greater faith than I do.
Yeah, I believe Jesus died, was buried, resurrected. He said I have the power to lay down my life and power to take it again in myself. But they believe that every living life form, you and I and everything else, came to life out of non-existence. That is a greater resurrection than Christianity.
Came from a rock, which came from a dot of nothing.
Yeah, and Cormyr saved Tyria from destruction by absorbing the forbidden god Abaddon's power, thus herself ascending to the status of being a deity, and replaced Abaddon, restoring the 5 human gods to the 6 human gods. And then Balthazar did his shit about 260 years later. Bastard. So it's back to the 5, but most people don't know it. There's your way overdue Guild Wars reference.
Right, because they say the virgin birth's crazy. They think a rock conceived. Let that sink in. They say, how could a virgin
Hovind's thinking about rocks getting it on.
conceive? You think a rock conceived. In fact, you think a rock is your ancient ancestor. You think you came from a fish. You know, they say in the incredible Mr. Limpet, I wish I were a fish. Well, according to them, we were fish.
I still are.
Millions of years ago.
And the one guy said we still are.
We are fish.
There's something fishy about that guy. Okay, that's enough for today, Matt. So how many are glad Matt's coming to join the team down here? Okay, all right. Sounds great. Okay, any questions from the crowd here or comments or from here? William, Jacksonville, did you get the goodies I sent in the mail? William, I would need a few specifics. I get a stack of mail about the size.
It was the brownies.
Coffee mug, was it the...
It has a date on it.
I don't know. How much mail did you go through today?
Was there a coffee mug that came in the mail?
Not today.
Not today. This is Lenox, Alabama. The post office doesn't know about us out here. Go ahead.
I have a comment. You know, the thing we saw earlier with the assembly with the
Atheist church?
Boy, I love being able to hear a damn thing anybody's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. The LGBTQ and many other facets, like, you know, the satanic churches, that Satan wants to pervert and twist everything
I would trust their records. They are Time Lords.
that's good and
Right. I'm repeating so they can hear here. These guys want to pervert and twist everything that's good. And it's interesting, they copy our model. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Yep.
To me, it seemed like that atheist church, it almost seemed like they're missing something in their lives and they're trying to fill it with what they maybe are missing, but yet they're doing it the wrong way.
And
She was the neighborhood camel. Everyone had a ride.
enjoy fellowship with each other. Wait a minute. If evolution is true, the strongest survive. It ought to be constant competition. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know about a steady bed, closed clams, but you also find them through Southwest Virginia.
Right.
Closed clams up to Southwest Virginia in addition to Tennessee. Yeah.
Tennessee Valley, and through all on top of the mountain.
Well, and the coal seams too. I mean,
Yeah, the coal seams.
coal. Think about how coal would have to form with plants being buried rapidly like a flood.
And the reason that we know that all of those coal seams are the same age is because the carbon that's in them is all the same amount of carbon. So if evolution was true and you had, these Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Archeozoic ages, you would find no carbon in the bottom layers, and then more and more as you work your way up.
Well, and polystrata fossil. Damien, pan over and see our big polystrata tree right here. Great big trees found standing up, running through multiple layers, are found all over the place. Hold it. You're telling me the layers are different ages. Guys, how long would a dead tree stand around? 4 or 5 years? All the layers formed at the same time. They say the top layer is younger. I say, really? Where did it come from? Outer space?
Oh, there's that classic line.
That's about the only explanation that they could have.
Well, every speck of dirt on the planet is the same age. If the Big Bang made it, all of them are 13.772 billion years old. Every speck of dirt in the universe. If you shuffle a deck of cards, is the top card younger? No, guys. If you have ice and Coca-Cola together and the ice is floating on top, is the ice younger because it's on top? I don't know how to reach them, brother. I've tried everything I know. But whether we reach them or not.
Just pausing for us to all take in that bit of stupidity. All right, it's about as deep as it's going.
At least it's helping some other folks who got a brain and say, wow, let me think about that.
I do want to say this real quick. They think that they're like, we're really shutting them down. We've really exposed Matt Powell and Kent Hovind and the creation science movement. We've really taken them out.
Oh, really?
Here's the thing. 99% of people that come in
Yeah, that thing totally looks like a dick over there.
Are neutral. There's 1% God haters that make these videos, and then there's small fan clubs.
Yeah.
But then 99% of people that watch these videos, they're neutral. And who are they going to side with? Farting dinosaurs? Or are they going to side with in the beginning God? Are you going to?
I mean, y'all seem to cared more about the farting dinosaurs thing than anybody else ever did.
Side with chickens being evolved from T-Rexes over variations? Or are you going to side with, well, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God? Where's the power at? They're going to side with the power, usually if they're an honest person. But who is a liar but he that denieth that Jesus is the Christ? So people that defend evolution, I've always said it's impossible to defend evolution honestly.
Right. Okay, question here. Nomad, keep up the thug life, Kent. Whacking them atheists into some sense of reality.
All right, imagine it. Hovind right there. Cigar suddenly shows up in his mouth. You got the San Andreas theme playing in the background, and shades come down. Then it just goes like with gangsta looking like weed font. Hashtag thug life for Christ.
That is Damien at the keyboard over there doing the thug life for me. Let's give Damien a hand over there. All right.
Good job.
Damien, you looking for a wife or waiting for a wife?
She'll drop in.
She'll drop in. Okay. All right. Find one for Damien. Help me out. Okay. Anything else, Matt? Or any more questions here?
We have one more question.
Well, the bird's the word. I'm not going to do the rest of the song because I'm not a nerd. I mean, I am, but I don't know. I just need something that rhymed. Yeah, I am not a rap lyricist.
Go to a website exempt status from the COVID vaccine. There are a lot of people
Okay. Before he says anything further, because I'm going to protect my goddamn self. In that, and granted, this is years after the fact, but this is still a battle that'll forever be being fought. Is a load of crap. Vaccinations work. Full fucking stop. This is just the last minute and a half. This is the way I go through the videos. So don't get mad at me, YouTube. I'll toggle unnecessary things.
This desperately, okay? Knowledgeofhealth.com. Bill Sardi has some good stuff on how to.
Didn't Bill Sardi die? Sorry, I'm actually looking at this shit. Hey, okay. I don't know.
Prevent the
I know someone related to Hovind crap did.
COVID stuff. What was that one? The healthyamerican.net or .com.
Don't go to any of these websites. Go to the websites in my link instead, or in my description instead. They're all stuff I have control of.
.org. No, that's Healthy American. They have a way to get a religious vaccine. Now, Paul J.J. Hansen, who's been helping me, Paul J.J. Hansen Law at gmail.com. He's got a package for $15 where you can send in and say to your employer, if you're going to require me to get this, I'm going to hold you accountable for any damage. The employer's going to get, they don't want that. People
what is this ass clown even talking about?
Are fighting this like crazy all the time. Somebody said, if your boss said you got to sleep with me to keep your job here, and you refused, could they fire you? What's the difference between that and the vaccine? They both want to stick something in you don't want. Hello.
Wonderful gentleman here. Bill Sardi did die of the Rona. Okay, cool. So the irony here is 100%. Excellent. Also, the fuck around find out is at 100%. And they got what they deserved is 100%. We got 100% trifecta here.
Oh.
That's true. Yeah.
Duh. Okay. Think about it. No, don't think about it. Never mind. Okay. Any more here? Let's see.
No, that's it.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. Come visit Dinosaur Adventureland. Matt, get up there, get your stuff and your wife and your kids and come down. What are you doing?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. See, he was visiting for a bit, and then he actually moved down. This is what was up with this one. I mean, what day was this? It was September of 2021. Memory serves. So this was in that phase before he proper moved down, I think. So I think he only spent at most a year there.
Here. All right. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Boo, y'all suck. All right. Well, that was enough of that. Closing the right window. There we go. Tyler's a funny guy. What can I say? Does Kid Hovind sound like a farting dinosaur? Sure does. Powell looks mildly stoned. He's got that joy down in his heart. You know, that joy in his heart. But all right, that was a video. They said it was random when I found on a dude who's been archiving Hovind's stuff, and a lot more fresh, well, not fresh, but a lot more missing stuff has been put up recently. So we might have some lost mid-era Hovind, post-prison, but before GBC to look at down the line. Love it when they fill up the fuck around and find out meter. Yep. Fafo reigns supreme. But all right. I'm out. I'm going to enjoy my evening. Might be a little more turkey hunting, I don't know. And then we'll handle Hovind's Sunday morning stream and whatever else we can. Because who's this we? Oh, you and us together. I, in the presence of my audience, create a uniform Unitarian unitus. A single unit, cohesive unit called we. Anyway, Dave Murphy Elliott and Mendisaw posted my footage of the ARC protest. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Nonanita says, I rock. Hell yeah. Thank you so very much. Seth reminding everyone to smash that like button. Yeah, this has been a fun one. Hopefully, I'll be able to maintain monetization, but if not, maybe it'll draw on some views. It's whatever. I just need this to keep paying the, I don't know. I was gonna hang on with something stupid. Then I was like, nope. I'd start a joke like that. I ended up getting too close to Hovind's little garbage earlier, and I'm not about to do that. Man, Hovind, as much Hovind is not good for the brain. You know what is good for the brain? Guild Wars, or some nice music, or some other random stuff on YouTube. You know, y'all can definitely do that after this. Go enjoy the day, the night, whatever. That's it for me, though. Everyone have a great day, night, whatever.